Hey guys, it's Jordan from Weller Health Education. Most of you guys have probably seen some of my videos on YouTube now. If you haven't, that's okay. Some of you may know me from coming to your schools and talking about different health topics. Now today, it's going to be a little bit different, again, because we're not in school, we are at home, so I am talking to you guys through the screen. So I hope that you guys are almost towards the end of your school year. I hope you're getting ready for summer. And getting into summer, we're going to actually talk today about screen time and balanced play. So we're going to talk about all the different types of kind of playing and hanging out that we have. We're also going to talk about screen time and kind of how that plays into all of those different types of play, how screen time is important, especially during this time, but also too much screen time can be harmful. Just like anything else, if we have too much of it, can also be harmful. So we're going to talk about the positives of screen time, the negatives of screen time, and then all the different other types of play that we have out there. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. I hope that you learned something new today, and I hope that you have a great summer. Going into summer, it's important that we learn how to have a balanced play diet. So just like nutritional diets, a healthy play diet is balanced but still basically proportional. So it's important to balance out your day-to-day activities with your playtime, not just with digital play or what we call screen time, but also with social play, being active, being creative, having unstructured free playtime. So when it comes to nutrition, sometimes we can have too much of even the best foods and too much of the not so good foods. So same thing with when we're playing. Sometimes we can have too much screen time. Sometimes we can focus too much on exercise and go a little overboard. So it's important that we have a well-balanced play diet. We're going to talk about all the different ways that you can play. We're going to go through them today. So the first one that we're going to talk about is called digital play, or what we call screen time. So screen time is where you guys are engaging with different types of technology devices, different apps, maybe different video games, websites. You're playing on your phones, your iPads, your tablets, your cameras. There are all different types of technology that people are using today. Maybe you're watching a lot of Netflix or Hulu. Maybe you're watching videos on your iPad or your computer or your tablet. Maybe you're on Snapchat a lot or watching TikTok videos. And even I know that sometimes I can be on TikTok for a little bit too long because sometimes watching those videos can be addicting. Maybe you're on Instagram or Twitter. Or maybe you're just finding yourself talking and texting your friends a lot. So sometimes screen time can be a good thing, and sometimes we can go a little overboard with it. Right now, screen time can be especially good because it may be difficult to see certain friends or family members because of coronavirus. Now, I know most of us are entering into the yellow phase, so we're no longer in the stay-at-home order, so we are able to do a little bit more. But it still may be difficult to see certain family members or play with some of our friends. Maybe you aren't allowed to play with some of your friends. Or maybe you have older family members that you really want to see, but it's hard to see them because they're older and we may not be allowed to. Or maybe we have to wear a mask when we're around them. Or maybe we can't see them at all, and the only way we can see them is through our phones, maybe video chatting or FaceTiming with them. So this screen time can allow us to communicate with our friends and family members, especially during this time. Screen time can also be negative at times as well, like say when we have a little bit too much screen time. So screen time can start to become unhealthy when it reduces our time spent on maybe physical activity, going outside and playing with friends. When it reduces how we are able to work on our school projects and study for tests, so it's kind of getting in the way of school. Maybe you don't want to hang out with your friends or spend time with your family because you would rather be on your phone or your tablet or watching YouTube videos where you're spending a lot of time online. So these could be just some negative effects of screen time, some things that we want to avoid. Or maybe just kind of realize if we are doing these things, it may be a bad thing. So we want to reduce our time spent on the screen. The next type of play that we're going to talk about is something called social play. So social play involves just engaging with other people. Maybe you're playing board games or cards with family members or friends. Maybe you're working on a group project with somebody at school. Maybe you're at the playground or the park. You're walking home from school, or just hanging out and talking with your friends and family members. So basically just socializing, which we know is really important for our overall well-being. Usually when we socialize with people, we socialize with people face-to-face. So like I said, walking home from school, interacting on an assignment with somebody in your group, maybe playing at the park or the playground, or even on a sports team. But right now, that could be really difficult, especially with coronavirus going on. It may be a lot harder to interact with people face to face. So we need to be able to do so either social distancing or maybe through our phones by increasing that screen time just a little bit in order to be social with our friends and family members. So this could mean maybe working on a group assignment through your iPad or your laptop or your cell phone. Maybe you're playing video games online, talking to your friends and interacting with them. Maybe you're talking to friends and family through your phone since you can't see them in person. But if you can see them in person and you can go to the park, we need to make sure that we're staying at least 6 feet apart from other people. We're wearing a mask to cover our face to keep not only ourselves safe, but the other people around us safe as well. We need to make sure that we're sanitizing things that we touch and always washing our hands so we can still be social with other people, whether it's through the phone or in person, but we still need to be cautious of the things that are going on around us. Active play, also known as physical activity, is where you guys just engage in different types of movement, different ways to get your body moving. And active play can be with yourself, but it can also be with other people as well. So maybe you are on a sports team and you like to go to practice and be in groups and work together. Maybe you like to go for a walk with your family. Maybe you like to play tag at the park or pick up basketball. Or maybe you like to do a type of workout that you see on YouTube or on a certain video game that involves screen time, but also physical activity at the same time. We know that physical activity is really important for our bodies to stay healthy. It helps us with our stress. It also helps us with learning and being able to focus at school. And just like all the other types of play, physical activity might be hard, especially with coronavirus going on right now. So if you are going to go to the park, if you are going to play with other people and be active with other people, just make sure that you are social distancing, you're wearing a mask when you can, you're washing your hands, you're sanitizing equipment before another person uses it. So just make sure that you're taking proper precautions to stay healthy. Creative play often uses tools such as art supplies or musical instruments in order to play. So maybe you like to express yourself by making different types of art. Maybe you like to draw or color or paint. Maybe you like to play a musical instrument or maybe just listen to music. So I think that creative play can be really useful and helpful for a lot of people. Sometimes creative play can even involve building things or engineering different types of activities. Playing with Legos and making different designs can be part of creative play. Even using video games to be creative with what you're doing and designing different things can also aid in creative play. Free play is really important because there's no structures or rules when it comes to free play. You're just doing what you decide to do in that moment. So if you want to do something to play, like go outside and have some physical activity, you can. If you want to do something inside, like be on your phone, watch different videos that make you laugh, like on TikTok, you can also do that. So there are tons of things that you can do through free play. It's all kind of up to you and how you want to engage in that play. It's just unstructured and it's a lot easier for people to involve themselves in. So it's just something that's completely 100% up to you. I know I've mentioned screen time multiple times throughout this video, and screen time really can be something that is positive and useful in our lives, especially right now during coronavirus. So if you are somebody that likes to play video games, playing video games right now can really help you socialize and interact with people that you may not be able to see face to face. So there is something that's called Play Apart Together, and basically what this is where people can stay safely connected to one another through games. So games are a perfect platform for people to connect because sometimes people have tons of fun and joy while playing these video games. Not only can you have fun while playing them, but you can also have fun connecting with your friends, playing with your friends and against your friends, even watching your friends play. So I think that this is something that's really great and really positive and a way to bring people together when we do feel really far apart. So we've talked about a bunch of different ways that we can play, things that involve screen time, things that don't involve screen time. But right now, the weather is finally getting nicer. It is super sunny outside. It is finally warming up. So get outside and play. Have fun. Maybe get some physical activity in. Start moving your bodies. Maybe have that unstructured play, but do it outside when it's nice out. Just getting fresh air can be really, really relaxing. But remember that if you are going to go outside and play, if you are going to interact with your friends or people in your neighborhood, you still need to social distance because of coronavirus. So in order to stay safe and to keep others safe, remember to wear a mask. Remember to sanitize any of your belongings. If you are sharing with people, you need to make sure that you're sanitizing them before and after you use them. You always want to make sure that we're washing our hands consistently, just in order to make sure that we're not spreading germs to other people and they're not spreading germs to us. That way we can stay safe and healthy and have a really great summer. So that concludes our YouTube video for this week on screen time and balanced play. I hope that you guys realize that not all screen time is bad and it can be very useful, especially if you are using it to interact with friends and family. Just remember that if you are going to socialize with people face to face, that we still need to be practicing social distancing. Make sure you're standing at least 6 feet apart, you are wearing a mask, and you are also washing your hands. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great summer, and remember to stay safe and healthy.